Hello there folks, I'm Wayne McGregor with Target Tracker Moving Target Systems and Training. Today what we're doing is something a little bit different. You haven't seen this before. We're doing basically an intro to vehicle dynamics. When you have a CPL, you carry a pistol in your vehicle, there's a lot of things that you go through that you don't really think about. You know, as far as, are you going to have your pistol holstered? Is it going to be somewhere located in the vehicle? And all the basis of our training is based on time. Time that a threat presents itself to when you have to react is very minimal. We're going to give you a little example of that with the target tracker. We've got a target tracker moving target system on the other side of me. So, you know, envision the simulation could be you're at a red light, someone's coming up to your car, you're parked somewhere, maybe getting carjacked, something like that. This is in the Detroit area, it happens all the time. So we're going to kind of give you an idea of the time. So if you're sitting in a situation, you know, you're checking your mirrors, you have some situational awareness, which is very, very smart. You know, even if you're sitting in your car, always check your mirrors like you're driving. So somebody could be sneaking up behind you, they could be coming from this direction, any direction, you don't know. And that's really the whole point of simulating a real threat. So if this mover's over here, I'm just basically going to pull the controls. Now that's right there is a slow charge. Okay, it's 20 feet away, takes a couple seconds, boom, the threat's in your face, and he has a gun. So we back it up. Okay, now we can run through those drills pretty easy, and then we can do it faster. Right? Slides right into you. That's a threat. It's coming at you. It's coming at you now. How do you react out of your vehicle? A couple of things that we like to do to introduce this type of training is we use UTM, reality-based training products and ammunitions. Basically, this is a UTM slide. You see the blue color, and it has the black barrel. The black barrel is designed for what's referred to as silent blanks and battlefield blanks. The silent blanks will actually cycle the weapon and give no noise. The battlefield blanks will give you the noise and cycle the weapon. So you can actually train without firing a shot. I put a towel over my vent ducts, so just a little FYI there. If you have vent ducts, you want to cover that up. The shell ejection might eject down into the heater area of the car, and then it'll be rattling every time you drive down the road. But just a tip right there. But this right here is the silent blank ammunition. This will cycle the gun, give you the action, get you really used to the stress inoculation portion of it before you go to live fire, or the next stage in this is called a man marker, which shoots out a projectile that will, when it hits the target, it'll put a color on it like a paintball. So you're going to give you a little situation of that. A couple of the other things that I want to go over with you. I'm just going to put that in there and get that ready to go. But we've got a remote control right there. I'm shooting this video real quick by myself just to give you a quick idea. But whenever you're traveling in the car, one of the biggest things that I've always noticed is I have an outside the waistband holster, I have an inside the waistband holster. When I get in the vehicle, I don't feel the holster on me. So, you know, I'm usually taking it off, you know, especially if you're on a long trip. I haven't really found that comfort factor. So one of the things that I like about my truck, which is, this is a 2015 Chevy Silverado, is it's got a big deep well right here where I can easily place my gun in there. And the biggest thing I'm going to tell you about time, now if you've got it inside your waistband, right, you're pulling your shirt up, you're pulling your jacket out of the way, you're trying to draw, that takes a lot of time. That might be the time that is meant between life and death of what you're doing. If you have it on your side holster, well, guess what? You're driving. You might have your seatbelt on. There might be something in the way. You might have a jacket on. So now that takes you extra time to be able to get that out and engage the threat. So we're talking speed and time. This is what's going to save your life. So, you know, wherever you are in your vehicle, even if you mount a holster, so you can just grab it in a second and you're ready to go, right? That's the whole idea of carrying a firearm in your vehicle. You know, always be safe. You know, make sure, you know, this is pointed down in the little well here. Make sure it's not ever pointed toward anybody in the car. So, you know, if you grabbed it and weren't used to the stress inoculation and you triggered the weapon, right, it's going to shoot down into the car. You know, so when you're pulling up, right, you got to be able to address that threat. Now, windows up, different story. Now you've got limited distance because you're going to shoot that window out. So these are all things that you can practice with the silent blanks, the battlefield blanks, and then, you know, when you get, you know, you're not going to shoot the windows out of your own car, but I always suggest the most realistic training as possible. You know, you can roll the window down to address the threat with the man markers and go from there. So we're just going to give you a little dry run. So I'm sitting in my car, the threat's coming. I look over there, I notice he has a gun. I'm going to pull. Right? So now I can practice that with the silent blanks, okay? So now I want to work a little bit on the stress inoculation side of it. The stress inoculation side of it is the battlefield blank. So the battlefield blank's going to make the noise. Now I'm going to get used to that cracking and that popping in my car without wearing ear protection. Right? So that's really kind of a no-brainer. Now I'm getting used to the noise, I'm getting used to the stress inoculation a little bit, and you know, it's just great products that all work together. You know, so now you have you know, a charging situation, and with the next quick lesson we're going to switch over to man markers and we're going to show you how that works, and then we're going to move around the car a little bit because the threat might be coming from back here, might be coming from over here, might be coming from this direction. But now we're going to use the man marker system with UTM, and we've got the unit charging. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to lean back because I'm going to simulate punching through the glass. So the first couple shots are going to be kind of a setup where I'm punching through the glass, and then I'm going to extend and lean back, and I'm going to drop the shots on that target. So all this is going to go down in a couple seconds, so it's realistic. So when we refer to training and practice, okay, this is training. Practice is typically shooting on a stationary target, maybe a little moving and shooting, but real training is going to give you real life simulations. And here we go. It all went down really quick. You know, and practicing this method and this mode is going to help you with stress inoculation, and then you can move that into live fire. And there's other courses that you can take where you actually shoot the windshields out and stuff like that, and they're good too. So, you know, train, be prepared, get armed, save your life or the life of a loved one. Thanks for watching. This is Wayne McGregor with Target Tracker. Have a great day. Just to make sure.